the screen faded to black.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, a single YouTube notification popped up.
Yeah.
And like in an instant, a fandom that had quietly waited 9 long years just erupted into happy tears.
It was wild.
The K-entertainment world literally just got the ultimate plot twist.
Welcome to Starscope K-Report. Join Eric and Minji as they ride the Hallyu wave, uncovering the biggest K-pop comebacks, shocking industry controversies, and major K-drama updates. From internet-breaking rumors to historic chart milestones, we dive deep into the world of Korean entertainment.
So you're probably seeing this massive headline dominating your feeds right now.
Oh, everywhere. It's everywhere.
Right. The headline is, Kim Kyu-sun pregnant after 9 years. Shocking surprise announcement.
Still gives me chills, honestly.
Same. And today, we are dedicating this deep dive to you, the listener, because we really want to look past just the sensational headline. We need to understand the actual mechanics of what this means for her and the industry.
Exactly, because it's not just a headline.
No, it's this incredibly emotional journey to motherhood for this 37-year-old actress. And we're going to explore her hidden past as a K-pop idol trainee, which honestly blew my mind.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that part.
And then we're going to zoom out. Because this announcement isn't happening in a vacuum. You know, it's actually part of this massive 2026 baby boom that's currently sweeping the Hallyu wave.
It really is, yeah.
And it reveals a huge shift in how the whole Korean entertainment machine operates today.
And we have a really comprehensive stack of sources for this today. We're pulling from her highly personal YouTube vlog transcript, which is just so raw.
So raw.
Plus, we've got entertainment dispatches from OSIN and Mediafine Global, and some deep background from K-drama casting databases. Our mission here is to figure out why this deeply personal milestone is sending such massive shockwaves through the shifting landscape of Korean entertainment.
Let's get right into the main event. So this centers on a video that dropped on June 29th, 2026. It was uploaded to Kim Kyu-sun's YouTube channel. And the channel itself is titled Good Wife Kim Kyu-sun.
Which is such a cute name.
It is. But the title of this specific upload is an event all on its own. It's called Miracle Pregnancy Announcement After a Long Wait. She is pregnant with her first child after 9 years of marriage to her non-celebrity husband.
And, like, the vulnerability she shows in this vlog provides this really rare, unvarnished look behind the curtain of celebrity life.
Definitely. It's not what we're used to.
Not at all. She actually uses the term imming out.
Imming out. I love that phrase.
Right. It's this clever Korean portmanteau. It blends the word for pregnancy and coming out. So it's essentially a public pregnancy reveal. And she looks directly at the camera and says, I never thought I would be doing an imming out.
Wow.
You can practically feel the sheer disbelief just radiating through the screen. She's standing there looking at those faint lines on the test, and she admits, I don't know what's happening. I'm just too confused.
Oh, he's so human.
Exactly. It's completely devoid of that perfectly polished PR veneer that we are so used to seeing from agencies. It's just raw, unregulated human emotion.
And for me, the timing here is what really catches my attention, like biologically and psychologically.
Oh, the timing is crazy.
Right, because the timeline reported by the sources reveals that she and her husband had been trying to conceive for practically their entire 9-year marriage.
9 years is such a long time to carry that stress.
It is. And in the video, she talks about trying every possible method for a natural pregnancy. Eventually, her doctor recommends IVF, in vitro fertilization, just to bypass all the hurdles.
Which is a huge step.
A massive step. So they commit to it. They schedule the procedure.
And
then she discovers she is pregnant the very day before the IVF was supposed to start.
I mean, discovering a natural pregnancy 24 hours before beginning intensive fertility treatments is statistically wild.
It really is a miracle.
But, you know, if we analyze the intense pressure cooker environment she operates in, the psychology behind this timing actually starts to make a lot of sense.
How so?
Well, in her vlog, she spoke really candidly about this pressure. She admitted, I didn't want to miss out on good projects, but I was also anxious about maintaining my position as an actress.
Oh, the constant fear of losing your spot.
Yeah, she explicitly mentioned the paralyzing fear of taking a hiatus. In Korean entertainment, stepping away and returning doesn't guarantee your place in the hierarchy is going to be waiting for you.
I really want to break down that specific mechanism, because taking a hiatus in K-entertainment isn't like, just pausing a video game.
No, not at all.
It is literally like stepping off a treadmill that is running at an absolute sprint. If you try to jump back on a year later, you don't just seamlessly resume your workout. You get thrown into the wall.
That is such a good analogy. You really do.
Right. Because K-dramas are often cast, filmed, and aired concurrently, or within these very tight windows of relevance. Visibility is the primary currency.
If you're out of sight, you're out of mind.
Exactly. If a star isn't on a casting director's immediate radar, a younger, newly viral face will just take that slot. And the algorithm of public relevance basically drops the veteran completely.
And that is the ultimate paradox of the Hallyu Wave, right? The industry demands absolute perfection, constant visibility, and this unwavering youthfulness.
It's exhausting just thinking about it.
So for a K actress, a hiatus triggers the stress of biological clocks colliding with these intense societal expectations. I mean, Korean netizens, K-nets, they consume content at a voracious pace.
There's always someone new debuting.
Always a new debut, always a new It's girl. So for 9 years, she is carrying the weight of a grueling acting schedule alongside the quiet heartbreak of fertility struggles.
That's so heavy.
Yeah. And the moment she surrendered control to the medical process of IVF, she essentially gave herself permission to stop white-knuckling her career anxieties. The cortisol levels that come with surviving the K-drama casting machine likely just finally dropped.
And that biological shift ties directly into her husband's reaction, which is just a fascinating anecdote from the clinic.
Well, I love this part.
Right, so she surprises him with the news, and she is fully expecting him to break down sobbing, given their 9-year wait and everything they've been through.
Which is what anyone would expect.
Yeah. Instead, he just looks at her and simply says, "You got pregnant because you relaxed."
It is such a grounding, profound response, and understanding their backstory really adds a rich layer of context here.
Yeah, they have a great story.
They met 12 years ago in London. She was traveling alone during this massive career slump, likely feeling entirely unmoored about her future in acting, and she hears his comforting Busan dialect.
Which is a big deal in Korea.
Huge deal. In Korean culture, the Busan dialect often carries this connotation of being warm, dependable, and affectionately gruff. It really contrasts with the hyper-competitive, fast-paced energy of Seoul.
He was just her safe space.
Exactly. He was this tall, dependable presence who naturally put her at ease. 12 years later, he remains that exact same grounding force. You got pregnant because you relaxed. It perfectly summarizes the antidote to the industry's toxicity.
So true. And they are expecting the baby on December 12th. Seeing her transparency about this, talking openly about the clashes they had in their marriage, the days she wanted to give up, and the slow process of building their life together, it's deeply resonating.
People are so touched by it.
We are seeing domestic and international fans reacting with this fierce protectiveness. But this current wave of support is a stark contrast to the brutal environment she originally tried to break into.
Oh, night and day.
Before she was navigating K-drama hiatuses, she was trying to survive a completely different sector of the industry. And if you think a 12-year acting journey is intense, wait until we look at the career she walked away from after exactly 30 days.
It's quite the plot twist.
It really is. And if you love staying updated on the hidden mechanics of your favorites, make sure you're subscribed to Starscope K Report. We've got even bigger scoops ahead.
So to understand her endurance, we really have to look at how she entered the industry pipeline in the first place.
Right. Take us back.
Long before she was an established actress, she started out aiming for the idol stage. Back in her high school days, she attended the prestigious Anyang Art School.
A legendary school.
Oh, totally. And in the K-pop world, every group member has designated positions, right? She was renowned purely for her visuals.
Okay, for those who might just follow the dramas and not the music side, the visual is a highly coveted official position in a K-pop group.
It's essentially the face of the group.
Exactly. It means you are the stand attractor, the one whose sheer physical appearance is expected to draw in brand deals and public attention.
The visual center.
Yeah. And the sources know she was so stunning that entertainment agencies were practically begging to recruit her directly out of school.
They were lining up.
She actually signed on as a girl group trainee, and she was training right alongside Yang Ji-won, who later debuted in the well-known K-pop group Spica.
But the K-pop machine requires far more than just being a visual. It demands this impossible standard of synchronized perfection, grueling physical stamina, and at least a baseline of vocal or rap ability.
Right. You have to perform.
And she stayed in that trainee life for exactly 1 month. She realized she had absolutely no singing talent, and she just quit.
Okay, wait. I had to challenge the mechanics of that for a second.
Sure.
Agencies invest thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars into housing and training potential idols. The trainee debt system is notoriously strict.
Oh, it's brutal.
You don't just walk away after a month without facing severe contractual penalties. How did she actually manage to get out of that pipeline so quickly?
That is a crucial point regarding industry contracts. Back in the late 2000s and early 2010s, the contract structures often included a preliminary probationary period.
Oh, like a trial phase.
Basically, yeah. The first month or two is essentially an evaluation phase before the massive, legally binding trainee debt truly accrues. The agencies are testing if you have the foundational talent to justify their financial investment.
That makes a lot of sense.
So recognizing that her vocal abilities were non-existent and having the self-awareness to admit it rather than forcing a debut that would lead to immense public criticism likely led to a mutual separation. It saved her from the infamous trainee debt trap.
That pivot is just remarkable. I mean, imagine prepping for the ultimate K-pop debut, realizing your vocal runs sound more like a broken record, and having the sheer pragmatism to pivot your entire life path on the spot.
Most people would just force it and fail.
Right. But that pivot didn't lead to instant success either. It led to a grueling 12-year grind in the acting world. She made her official debut in 2010 in the MBC drama, The Woman Who Still Wants to Marry.
I vaguely remember that one.
It was a minor role, and it definitely did not launch her into the stratosphere.
Well, the acting hierarchy in Korea is incredibly rigid. The established A-listers take up all the oxygen in the room.
They really do.
For a supporting actor to break into a lead role, you essentially have to wait for someone above you to age out, step down, or you have to manufacture a breakout viral moment.
You have to hustle.
Yeah, and she spent years taking on supporting roles in projects like Salamander Guru and The Shadows, Hotel King, and The Scholar Who Walks the Night. She was constantly working, which means she was constantly hustling for screen time, but she was never the lead.
Which brings us back to that career slump that sent her to London, where she met her husband. She was enduring the invisible middle ground of the industry.
It's the hardest place to be.
It really is. She finally started gaining real prominence in 2018 with the film High Society. She played Park Eun-ji, a secretary.
Oh, she's so good in that.
Right. The film itself wasn't a universal critical darling, but her specific performance was labeled unconventional. She utilized a sensuality and screen presence that made her a true scene stealer. It finally forced casting directors to view her as more than just a background player.
And that scene stealer status is what shifted her trajectory. By 2022, she lands the role of Ashley Kim in the massive hit drama Big Mouth.
Such a huge show.
And then the true payoff. After a 12-year wait, she secures her very first main lead role in the 2022 NBC drama The Witch's Game. She played Jung Hae-soo, a fiercely strong mother seeking revenge.
The poetic irony of that is striking to me.
Oh, completely.
She plays a mother willing to do anything for her child, filming this grueling, emotionally taxing role right in the middle of her own quiet 9-year struggle to become a mother in real life.
It gives me goosebumps thinking about it.
I mean, the sheer endurance required to navigate a decade of small roles, survive the K-drama casting hierarchy, and maintain a marriage through a decade of fertility treatments. They all pull from the exact same muscle.
Absolutely.
But this isn't an isolated miracle. Kim Kyu-sun's announcement is actually part of a massive demographic earthquake hitting the industry.
It's changing everything.
We are going to look at the historic 2026 baby boom that is permanently changing the Hallyu wave right after this. And hey, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a KT update as we watch this incredible new era unfold.
So the broader context here is what elevates this from a heartwarming personal story to a major cultural shift. The year 2026 is seeing a concentrated wave of top stars expanding their families.
It's unprecedented.
It is, and it is fundamentally reshaping how the public and the agencies view these celebrities.
Looking at the data from our sources, the sheer volume of announcements this year is wild. Park Shin-hye is expecting her second child this autumn with her husband, Choi Tae-jeon.
So happy for them.
Jo Bo-ah just welcomed her first child in February. Lee Da-hae and her spouse, C7, are expecting their first child in May, right around their 3rd anniversary.
Another amazing couple.
And the renowned singer Gummy gave birth to her second child in January. We are also seeing announcements from Moon Ji-in, Tang Wei, and Lee Yan-hee. We're witnessing a literal, undeniable baby boom among the K-entertainment elite.
To understand why 2026 is the tipping point, we have to look at the intersection of fandom evolution and national socioeconomics.
Okay, let's break that down.
Well, 10 years ago, the culture was ruthlessly restrictive. Fandoms were obsessed with chart domination, achieving a certified all-kill, where a song hits #1 on every real-time music chart simultaneously.
Oh, the stress of the all-kill.
They demanded highly produced, visually flawless comebacks. The underlying contract between star and fan was essentially one of parasocial ownership.
Yeah, my idol belongs to me kind of thinking.
Exactly. The idea of a star getting married, let alone taking time off to have a baby, was viewed as a breach of that contract and was met with intense career-ending backlash.
That toxic side of stan culture literally treated human beings as products. If you're biased, your absolute favorite member of a group was even rumored to be dating, it was considered a massive betrayal.
The apology letters, hiatuses, the whole 9 yards.
So what actually changed the temperature in the room? Are entertainment agencies suddenly deciding to be benevolent and rewrite their restricted contract clauses?
Well, it's a mix of the fandoms aging up alongside the stars and a much larger national crisis. South Korea is currently facing a highly publicized, severe demographic crisis with its declining birth rate.
Right, the birth rate is a huge topic globally.
Yeah. And just to be clear, we are just reporting on the facts of the sources here, but the national conversation in Korea is heavily focused on promoting family life. The media, the government, and the general public are elevating stories of marriage and childbirth.
So the industry is just following the national mood.
Consequently, entertainment agencies, which are heavily reliant on public sentiment, are softening their previously draconian stances. When netizens watch Kim Kyu-sun drop a vlog about pregnancy anxieties, the comments aren't criticizing her for abandoning her fans.
They're supporting her.
They are flooding her with intense support. The parasocial relationship has transitioned from ownership to this protective, familial support system.
I see the cultural shift you're pointing out, but I had to push back on how universal this acceptance actually is.
Okay, fair.
Does this mean the notoriously strict K-entertainment industry is finally allowing its stars to be human first and celebrities second across the board? Or is this grace period strictly reserved for veteran actresses in their late 30s and 40s, while active K-pop idols are still trapped in the old system?
That is the critical distinction to make. You are entirely correct to challenge the scope of this shift. There is absolutely a double standard still in play.
I figured as much.
The women driving this 2026 baby boom, Kim Kyu-sun, Park Shin-hye, Tang Wei, are established veteran actresses. They have spent a decade or more proving their artistic worth and solidifying their public standing.
They've paid their dues.
Exactly. They are not the maknae, the youngest member of a rookie girl group desperately trying to secure a fragile fan base.
So if a 21-year-old idol at the peak of her group's popularity announced a marriage and a baby tomorrow, the reaction wouldn't be this wave of warm congratulations.
It would probably be chaos, honestly.
Right. The industry still relies on the fantasy of availability for the younger generation.
Exactly. The idol sector is still heavily tethered to that pristine image trap. However, the fact that veteran actresses can now proudly execute an imming out on YouTube and receive universal praise is a massive crack in the overall foundation of the industry.
It's progress. Slow progress, but progress.
It provides a visual roadmap for the younger generation of fans and stars. It proves that there is life after the initial intense burst of fame. It shows that a celebrity can transition from a manufactured idol to a fully realized human being with a family, and the true fans will evolve and stay with them.
It's the slow, vital normalization of the human experience in an industry that was historically built on selling an untouchable fantasy. It adds a completely new dimension to the art they create.
Which leads to a fascinating prospect for her future. Kim Kyu-sun has spent years fighting for complex roles, culminating in her portrayal of a vengeful, desperate mother in The Witch's Game, a role she crafted purely through empathy and imagination.
I want to leave you, the listener, with a final thought to mull over as you watch this generation of stars evolve. Now that Kim Kyu-sun has officially gained the title of mother in real life, having survived the grueling acting hierarchy, the emotional roller coaster of a 9-year fertility journey, and the intense pressures of the Hallyu wave, well, how will this raw, lived experience translate to the screen?
It's going to be incredible to watch.
When she inevitably makes her comeback to acting, we won't just be watching a veteran actress hitting her marks. We will be watching a woman who no longer has to imagine the fierce, unconditional love of a parent because she is actively living it. Her next performance might just be the most layered, powerful work of her entire career, and I highly recommend watching her future projects with this completely new perspective.
You've been listening to Starscope K-Report, where Eric and Minji bring you the stories shaping K-pop, K-dramas, and the global Hallyu wave. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.